Well, hello and welcome back to the Clyde Guide Cooking for One. Now today I'm really hungry, so I'm going to make for my lunch a frittata, a Clyde Guide frittata. And a frittata is a bit like a Spanish tortilla, similar, a bit like an omelette also, but it's a potato dish basically with whatever else you want in it, as long as it's got eggs and cheese in it. So that's what we're going to prepare. Now, as always, I've thoroughly washed my hands. The surfaces have all been cleaned and disinfected, especially in these times of COVID. And all the food's been out of the fridge for half an hour or more, just to allow it to come to room temperature. You don't want to take it out too much in advance, but you do want it to be at room temperature so that the cooking times are constant. So here we go, the Clyde Guide Brunch frittata. Let's get started. First of all, I'm going to chop this onion the Clyde Guide way, and real quick, there's a detailed video of this in my 10 top tips, which you can find on the Clyde Guide website, clydeguide.com, or you can find it on YouTube. Just search for the Clyde Guide, and there I show you how to very safely chop an onion. Now I'm going to add a sweet red pepper, as I nearly always do. Just cut around the top, pull out the seed pod, give it a shake and chop it up. And then whilst I'm doing that, put a medium light under this pan, which has got a small amount of oil and a couple of ounces of butter in it. Okie dokie. Here's my sweet red pepper. Always cut with the blade away from me. This is the Clyde Guide mantra, and I don't mind repeating it over and over again because it's safety first. Right, chop these up. They're not going to burn the roof of your mouth. They just have a delicious sweet pepper flavour. Right, whilst that is sizzling, I'm going to chop up this potato, which is the only thing I did before you got here, just to save time, because I cooked it for about 10 or 12 minutes in a pan of very hot water, and it's just what we call parboiled, okay? And I'm just going to cube this very roughly, and I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it with a nice big glass of orange juice, followed by a nice big mug of hot tea. That is how an Englishman likes to do brunch. Okay, in goes the potato. Now we want to get that sautéing nicely. Turn it up just a fraction, because we want this to brown just to a nice golden brown colour. Now, whilst that's happening, over here I have some meat and some cheese, and I have 3 eggs. I'm going to crack my 3 eggs into this bowl. As you know, I always crack the egg on a flat surface. When I crack the egg into the bowl, there will be no shell. Wallop, wallop, wallop. And there it is. Now then, here's one magic ingredient that might surprise you: a little drop of cold water. Just about, I don't know, an egg cupful, maybe a little more. Now I'm not going to beat these eggs with my blender, because that's not really necessary. I'm just going to get a bit of air in there. Right, now those can stand for a minute. Get my paring knife, and I'm going to chop up this beautiful ham into roughly squares. You can use sausage, You could use salami or even pepperoni if you feel, you know, whatever you feel like. Whatever floats your boat, as they say. Okay, that's the ham chopped up. Now I'm going to slice this lovely cheddar cheese quite thin. I'm going to spread these slices out across the top. You'll notice I left the skin on the potato. That's entirely up to you, but as long as you've washed the potato first, it's a good thing to do. My vegetables have now browned and softened beautifully, and so in goes the ham. Okay, sliced ham, cubed, and just spread that around and give it a minute. It's completely optional. If you want it meat-free, that's fine, it's still delicious. You could use pastrami, one of my favourites. Right, that, we don't want the vegetables too soft. I want to be able to chew them and have some mouthfeel, which adds to the delight of eating. So now, we're going to pour on these very lightly beaten eggs. Make sure it goes all the way round. There we go. Pop the lid on, turn it down just a little bit, and that traps the heat in the pan and therefore cooks the top. And then before it's had a chance to solidify completely, I'm just going to spread out these cheese slices on the top. There we are. Put the lid back on, and now just wait for the cheese to melt. Oh, see the steam rise, how beautiful that is. Turn that off. Look, that's solidifying beautifully. Let's just turn that out. Bit like an omelette. Oh. And there you have it. The beautiful Clyde Guide potato frittata with ham, cheese, onions and sweet red peppers. It's very, very filling. It's very delicious, and I'm going to enjoy mine now with a bit of All-Star Game baseball, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm about to. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to my channel and come back again and see me again. Bye for now.